As I said to me, Jean-Paul, you are the greatest artist in the world. We want you to paint a ship.
Welcome to Scrapheap Challenge, the show where bodging boffins turn hunks of junk into well-oiled wonders, using heaps of talent and piles of scrap.
And it's a decorator's dream this week, as we're asking our teams to build mobile painting machines.
Our teams will have to paint the Scrapheap Chalet, 6 metres high by 7 metres wide. Accuracy is paramount, as they'll be penalised for any paint that strays over windows or doors. And if that wasn't enough, they'll have to complete the whole job from the other side of the picket fence, 4 metres from the chalet wall. Over the years, boffins have devised all manner of methods to get into awkward corners, especially on larger projects.
Hot shots. Trying not to blow his circuits is Captain Si. Taking over the scavenge are Si's brother Gazza and their mate Mikey. Exterminate! It's the cyborgs.
They're up against a family of stock car racers from Edinburgh. Putting old bangers through their paces is all.
Challenge today is to build painting machines that can decorate a house from a distance.
Oh yes, teams, pull on your overalls and lay down your dust sheets. You'll be knocking up mobile painters that can slap base coat on a wall 4 metres away. And if you don't get them finished in 10 hours, you'll have eggshell on your fascia.
Hey, OK, teams, pop your lids on the sound of the gong. Wait for it, wait for it. Go!
Okay. And obviously, have a boom that goes up and down, small vehicle, so it's nippy.
Yep.
And then just compressor to pump some air into get the paint up.
Like the idea. Now, say compressor, what about hydraulics? Using a hydraulic pump? Yeah. Possibility then, we could actually use a ram to control our arm, and we've got the pressure at the actual nozzle. You can have 3 or 4 nozzles if possible, give us a nice sort of spray, and at the pressure of the pump will give us all of that and give us some hydraulics to make this moving. Sounds good?
Expert and team seem to be painting from the same palette. To reach up to the eaves from over the fence, they're building a boom arm mounted on a vehicle. Paint will be delivered via an adjustable spray head. 2 hydraulic systems will provide power to raise the arm and spray the paint. A spray means good, quick coverage. But hydraulics is a complicated science. One leak in the system and they won't just be hurting, they'll be in a world of paint.
By using this, we don't have this big bulky construction on the back, just keep it nice and tight.
Helping the Crash Bang clan drive a straight line is another engineering all-rounder with special expertise in bespoke fabrication. His last project was building a cage for a 20-ton excavator. With an eye for the unusual, it's Rue Victor Trott.
Hi team.
Hi, how you doing?
Jamie.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
What are your ideas, gentlemen?
I was thinking about a roller on the end of a retractable boom.
Counterweight sort of boom?
Yeah, aye. Retractable, so you can just pull it in, lock it with a pin.
Say we have the boom coming out perhaps at an angle with our roller. If we put some brushes on it, but set the brushes, at a spiral, and then we've got coverage all the time instead of it. Yeah.
The only problem we've got then is the load of the paint.
If we go up the avenue of a little spray bar on it, so we can adjust the feed of paint.
Like their opponents, the Crash Bang clan have also got a good idea. It's a far more simple approach. They too are building a boom arm on the back of a vehicle. But the arm will move with the help of a counterweight. And an electric pump will feed the paint to a motorised roller. This method is both consistent and accurate. But without a powerful paint feed, they may as well be painting with a toothbrush.
What do you think on those sort of lines?
Yeah, that would work.
But before they can start painting, our teams have to load their brushes.
What are we going to need? Get a vehicle first, obviously.
Some box channel for this boom here.
Pumps. The tank.
A paint roller.
Yeah, reservoir.
Reservoir, yeah.
Helmet's on, away you go, bring back the goods.
Come on in, guys, let's go for it.
Well, whoa, they're off. Well, as we can see, Lee, it's different strokes for different folks.
That may be true, Bobby, but can the cyborgs scavenge what they need for their super...
Roll the whole thing in fuchsia, I say, and leave it at that.
This week, the teams must build machines that can drive round our Scrapheap house and paint its wall from the other side of the picket fence.
Bognor Regis robot builders the Cyborgs and their expert Richard Little plan to build a mobile spraying machine using a vehicle-mounted boom arm and an adjustable spray head, both powered by hydraulics.
Meanwhile, Edinburgh stock car racers the Crash Bang Clan and their expert Roo Victor Trott are going for a roller mechanism, comprising a counterweighted boom arm and an electric motor, feeding paint to a powered roller.
For both teams, the priority is to find a decent donor vehicle.
What's that thing there?
And it's the Crash Bang Clan who are first off the mark.
Jamie, I found I've got a large looking van with a large diesel engine in it.
Sounds brilliant, mate. Just get it in and have a look at it. Definitely. Yes! Really? Can it? Try and get it rocking, Fraser, back and forth.
A what thing?
Yeah, we'll have that instead. Sorry. Si?
We're going for a white van, sort of transit size.
Perfect. Oh, excellent. White van man, wicked.
Now do that.
Yeah, alright, leave it with us. Cheers, mate.
While the scavengers salvage their base car, Captain Si and expert Richard get busy with housekeeping.
Okay, you've got 2 power supply.
And as so often when you're having a tidy up, you find something you didn't know was there.
More flexible.
Well, that prop shaft looks pretty cool down there.
Yeah.
Si reckons this prop shaft could be a pivotal part of the Cyborg's design.
How tall are we going?
Well, probably, yeah, that's all. It's just something to give us a little
I need
stability.
to do
isn't
something,
it?
so I'm going to cut this up.
Yeah.
The build area is ready to receive visitors,
Start it up. Get
and
it
it's
going.
just as well.
Listen to this, baby!
It sounds
Be there in a minute.
excellent.
White van man, come on home.
That's the 10-4, big buddy!
Come on, guys! Come on! Put your foot down! It's a runner. Come on, a bit more.
Gives you something to get your teeth into. So, what are we after next?
Need that second motor. We need the pipes for the paint arm, and any hydraulics you can find, any pipes you can get.
Right, walk around, have a look.
It's a great start for the Cyborgs, and building a controllable arm should be painting by numbers for this trio. Deep in Sussex, 3 men run what they call a creative theming business. We call it building robots. Meet the Cyborgs. Providing the central processing power is team captain and older brother Simon, or Si.
Simon is a fantastic thinker.
He has the creative idea and the flair.
Gunning the servos is Si's sibling and business partner, Gaza.
Excellent with engines. Yet to find an engineer you can't get working again.
He's probably the best right-hand man you can have, because I do all the thinking, he does all the getting and the building.
Assimilated into this family unit is engineer and precision freak Mikey.
Yeah, we'll have that anyway. Pick that one up. We'll have that one as well. It's got pulleys on it. Get that ram off of there. To one hand.
A scavenger bearings and a powerful ram builds on their solid start.
We're going to get the hose of that in a minute.
Yeah, come back with the hoses.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Edinburgh stock car racers, the Crash Bang Clan, are still struggling with their delivery van.
Come on, guys, the race is on. Another team are trying to get the fingers out big time.
With a bit of help, the scavengers finally free up the vehicle.
Come on, Shad.
What's your paintwork? Come on, lads, we got to get on.
Having spent a good hour getting the van out, scavengers Fraser and Kev are looking to pick up the pace.
Jamie, I've just found a brush type object with large fins on it that would be ideal for probably painting.
Right, bring it in, mate. We'll have a look at it. Sounds perfect.
It's an ex-local council sweeper used to clear footpaths, but there's a problem.
Metal, and the brush is running at an angle across the roller.
Yeah, the brushes are running at an angle, but the roller is made off like cardboard.
Cardboard?
Cardboard or what, mate?
Cardboard.
They'll do it.
Clearly, there's no going slow for this trio. The east of Scotland is not a place for noisy people. But tell that to the Andersons. This family team of stock car racers call themselves the Crash Bang Clan. The bedrock of these weekend wacky races is builder and proud father Kev.
He can weld, he can put things together.
He's just one of the lads, he's very young at heart.
Bringing bodging skills with a vehicle and a sweeper secured, Edinburgh's finest are looking for more parts for their mobile paint roller. And Nippy Nipper Fraser is first off the mark, as usual.
Dad, I found pieces of airline. I don't know if we can maybe use that as hoses.
High pressure. How long is it? How are we going to join it?
Challenge requires a judge with unusual skills, and this man fits the bill perfectly. He helped develop the first ever robot painting systems and has spent the last 25 years making machines that can do everything from painting the insides of pipes to spraying the spots onto Easter eggs.
It's essentially what the cyborgs are going to be making something nearly as good as that.
That's right.
So the Crash Bang Clan, they're doing a sort of giant roller.
Yes.
What I really love about it is you don't have to take that off and dip it in anything. It just keeps going.
Keeps going.
That is brilliant. Now I know the cyborgs have got. I mean, they're really going for gold here because they're breaking all the rules. Because I know they're not only using the paint to spray on the wall, but they're apparently going to use the paint as the fluid that drives their hydraulic system.
You have to have the hydraulic fluid as clean as you possibly can
Right.
for it to actually pressurise through the pump. Whereas in paint, of course, the paint has got pigment in the resins and all sorts of things.
Suspended in a fluid, right? So it's a very different type of liquid.
It is, yeah. It sounds a great idea, an opportunity to use the one fluid for two things, but I'm concerned about the actual practicality of it.
Yeah. So based on what you've seen so far then, Brian, who's your favourite team now?
I've got to say my favourite team at the moment is the Crash Bang Clan because of the simplicity of their method and because I do know that rollering is less troublesome than actually spraying.
Still hard to scavenge, Clansman Kev has found some box section, while Fraser thinks he might have a use for this old fuel tank. The question is, will his captain and expert approve?
Steel tank.
Counterweight.
Tidy.
What are we doing for the likes of a pump to pump the paint?
Do you like a caravan pump? You know, like the little pump for the water on the caravan, submersible, something like that we're after. Or a windscreen washer pump, something like that.
You any ideas for a pump doing it there? I was just speaking to Rudy now about the pump, Dad. We'll get to you in 2 minutes with that. I can get my hands on a windscreen one, but I don't think it's got the capacity to pump out paint, to be honest with you.
They might have the judge's vote, but without vital parts, expert Rue's vision of a giant roller is starting to slip.
I want some rose-tinted spectacles, I think. Not steamed up ones.
And the news just keeps getting better.
Cyborgs, Crash Bang Clan, you have 7 hours remaining today. 7 hours build time remaining today. Thank you, teams.
How long?
7 hours.
Got any on there?
With a little more time on their hands, Bogner Bodgers, the cyborgs, are sniffing out ingredients for their team's super sprayer.
It smells of things, Gary.
It smells?
It itches.
Does it itch with bits?
Well, it's fully hydraulic. There's got to be some stuff on it.
Mikey's nose is twitching around a dilapidated beet harvester.
Well, that's a pump.
It's driving from there, though, isn't it?
This is the hydraulic pump, right?
Yeah.
But without the motor. There's the drive there, yeah? There's a solid, and there's a plate 12 volt. There's the 255 bar.
Oh, wicked.
And seconds later, Gazza spots something even better.
Yeah, Mikey. You come out to where like the Anderson shelter stuff is, get these two spray nozzle jets.
Yeah, okay, just a sec.
That thing.
Yeah, that other one there, Mikey.
It's part of an old military shower system, but to the cyborgs, it has potential to be a paint sprayer.
Of course.
So, will the cyborgs be able to build their spray system from scratch?
And can the Crash Bang clan get out of first gear? Find out after the break.
Welcome back to Scrapheap Challenge, where our two teams, the Cyborgs and the Crash Bang clan, are building painting machines that can stipple a house without setting foot on the property. Seems straightforward enough to me.
Bognor Regis robot builders, the Cyborgs, and their expert Richard Little have begun building a super sprayer using a white van and a hydraulic boom arm. A successful scavenge has put them out in the lead.
Mama's home!
And the build is coming along splendidly.
Jolly fine job, young man.
I'll let you go and get Kane.
Edinburgh stock car racers, the Crash Bang clan, with their expert Rue Victor Trott, are building a mobile roller with a counterweighted boom arm and a motorised paint feed. A slow scavenge has given them a vehicle, a power steering pump and a brush, but now they need to pick up the pace.
Take the van out to that digger, tie it off, drive away.
The Cyborgs look like they're unstoppable. Leading from the front, Cy has welded the runners on the back of the van and he's turning his attention to the base of his team's boom arm.
Okay.
Afternoon, chaps. Look at that. That's I like this so far. That I love.
What we're going to do is...
Further behind, they want to start building their boom arm, but they haven't scavenged enough metal.
How long do you need that? 6 metres?
6 metres from the pivot, really.
Struggling, like.
They need 3 6-metre lengths of box section, but they only have enough metal for 2.
So that's going to basically be the size of the boom, innit? Yeah?
While their mates scavenge more metal, Rue and Jamie can only make a start on the boom arm's base.
Yep. That's more the ticket, boys.
You need us to do build or scavenge?
If you can get some of that chopped up, we need another 6 metre length, and then we'll lattice her up. Yeah, we're going to, lattice
Crash
her
Bang
up.
clan, you're right there. How are you finding your team, Rue?
Yeah, good. We've had a little bit of trouble, sort of like locating a few bits and bobs, and as you can see, a lot of the steel around us is bent and welded back together. But we've finally got there, So we've got our main lengths that we're after.
You still have got an awful lot to do. If you have got all your parts, I have every faith in you. You'll put it together and we'll have a beautifully coloured wall tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, take care. See you later, boys.
Thank you.
With everything they need for their boom arm, the team can finally get building. And Rue cracks the whip.
You want to cut like 6 at 700?
6 at 7.
And then the rest at 500.
Bognor robot builders, the Cyborgs, need no such encouragement. Cy is getting to grips with the prop shaft that will form the boom arm's pivot.
Does it fit on, does it? If we can get it down to there somewhere, use that line as our top line, and we've got a good chunk of support and strength.
Right, shut there.
Good job.
Got there.
Yeah, they've got some nozzles to allow the hydraulics to actually atomise the material. That's looking quite promising.
And the Crash Bang clan, how
Well,
are
the
they?
Crash Bang clan, they've got a very good base structure. They've got their beam made, the way the build's going. I think if that carries on, they'll get a result, but it might be the slower.
So have you changed your opinion at all about your favourite?
I have slightly, yes.
Oh, you have?
I've got to say that, before I thought that these cyborgs had given themselves too much to do. Could be they might prove me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They may have fallen from our judges' favour, but the Crash Bang clan have certainly been busy. They've attached some casters to an old aluminium frame and are building a set of runners around it.
Is that what you're thinking? And then...
But hang on, that trolley won't stand still. It looks like expert Rue might have had an idea.
Just running up and down to make sure it works all the way. That's nice, that's running okay.
As Clan's boom arm reaches up the wall, its fixed radius means it moves away from the house and their roller loses contact. Because of the exclusion zone of the fence, they can't simply move the van forward to compensate. The solution is to put the boom arm on a trolley.
Just bare.
Just bare, there's nothing in it. So it looks like we're doing alright.
Really?
Yeah.
But the simplicity of the Clan's design has let them mount the entire unit, containing runner, trolley and the A-frame, in one piece.
Okay.
Little do the cyborgs know, but with a crash bang wallop, the Clan are back in the race.
We've got 2 metres at the back, so it's going to give us plenty of dangle there, I think.
Crash Bang Clan, cyborgs, you have 3 hours. Build time remaining today. 3 hours, that's correct, gentlemen. 3 hours left.
Okay.
The last thing the no-nonsense cyborgs are thinking about is the time. There's a boom arm to be made, and 2 lightweight lengths of box section later, and a length of pipe for the control system, and it's done.
Ready to go.
That's it.
That's it. That is close enough for me.
Next, Si turns his attention to the focal point of the cyborg's build, the spray head.
You just want them braced together.
Half and half, 150 apart.
While Si joins the shower pipes together, Mikey makes the frame that will allow them to slide.
Frame's done.
Both teams are now busy building their giant painting machines, safe in the knowledge that they only have to spruce up a house. But let's take a moment to see how they do the really big jobs. I went down to Falmouth to see a man about a job.
Big, but also a huge area to cover in paint. Now, how many litres does it take to cover a ship like this?
In weight, 15 tonnes of paint.
Oh, you don't even bother with litres, you go weight. Now, this bit here, where it's next to, is different colour from the top bit.
That's right. This has a special type of paint which is used for anti-fouling purposes, so we don't get the barnacles and the marine growth.
What about actually putting paint on? I mean, is that a very high-tech thing as well?
That's quite low-tech, and would you like to see how we do this?
Oh, yeah, let's have a look, yeah. That is unbelievably fast.
Yeah,
the man who's covering.
Well, in half a day, he could probably do a whole football pitch. That's a primer coat, and then the anti-fouling coat on top.
That goes on top of that, right?
Yes, and that will give us a 5-year coverage of the ship.
Boom to manoeuvre with the motor, yeah?
And unlike the cyborgs, their paint feed system is very simple. The Crash Bang Clan system will pump the paint from a reservoir. It travels up the boom arm, feeds into a pipe with holes drilled in it and falls onto the roller. But the strength of the feed is crucial. If it's too weak to pump the paint up the arm, the drip will barely be a dribble.
Dad, couldn't one of the ends?
I could do that, I bash it one eye.
That's the only one we got, mine, so we don't want to wreck that.
Who's your favourite team now, really, for the test?
I think I've got to go with the cyborgs because of the actual way that they've developed the whole system this afternoon.
Still oblivious to our judges' disdain, the Crash Bang Clan are racing to get their roller secured.
What's happened there then?
680 here. 685 at us.
Just knock one of them off and...
In their haste, Kev and Jamie have got their measurements wrong. And this is not the time for mistakes.
Teams, your attention please, you have 1 hour remaining.
With scrap metal.
Right.
But the weight still has to be calibrated, and the roller and paint delivery systems are yet to be tested. Tinker Time is going to be busy.
Okay, teams, put your tools down and the kettle on. Your time is up. Today we've seen the broad brushstrokes of your efforts, but how will it all look when the paint is dry?
Oh yes, teams, you'll need masses of masking tape tomorrow when you take part in our Scrapheap Challenge Decoration Dash. Well done, teams, great build.
That is wicked. You happy?
I'm happy.
That is wicked.
Yeah.
No, that's a wicked build.
It's been a blistering build day, but will tomorrow be a whitewash? Can the cyborgs prevail with their giant super sprayer on wheels? Or will the Crash Bang Clan come from behind with their mobile paint roller? Join us after the break to find out.
Welcome back to Scrapheap Challenge, where our two family teams, the Cyborgs and the Crash Bang clan, are busy putting the final gloss on their paint delivery systems before taking part in our decoration dash.
A veneer of teamwork won't be enough for this challenge. Our families will really have to work together to win.
Our teams will start at opposite ends of our Scrapheap chalet and move to the edge of the picket fence. They'll have 20 minutes to paint two sides
smoothly, but it has to come down under its own power in steps. This to me means that they won't get a smooth application of the paint on the actual building itself.
I mean, have you changed your opinion as to who your favourite is at the moment?
The Crash Bang clan have come up to the rail.
So you're 50p possibly on the Crash Bangs now?
It's an each way bet anyway.
Yeah.
Down a bit more, that's it. Now how heavy is that? Not bad.
Edinburgh stock car racing family, the Crash Bang clan, have used their tinker time wisely, balancing their heavy boom arm.
On the sound of the horn in 3, 2, 1.
It's not exactly a speedy start, but we didn't really expect that, did we?
It's a start.
It's a start.
Okay, pump up, Gaz.
That's the one! Get up there!
With a little help from the team, the Cyborg's hydraulic boom arm is holding up, and the spray unit is nothing less than engineering perfection.
Come on, work!
But has replacing the hydraulic fluid with paint been a step too far?
It's because the paint's still thick up there. Try again. Hammer. Right, turn it off.
When they were doing the build, we were talking about the difference between a squirt and a spray. But what they do, we never thought of the third option, which is the pathetic dribble.
That's right.
Is what they've actually seemed to have.
Easy does it, mate.
Revs up, mate, revs up. Whoa.
On the other side, the Crash Bang clan's simple approach seems to be working. That boom arm is nicely balanced, and the paint feed looks powerful enough. But because of the steep angle, a lot of it is missing the roller entirely.
Is it going to be easier if we come out and do the low bit?
Yeah. Right, back a bit, Roo.
Down.
Back a bit, Roo. Down. There's nothing on the roller at all.
Paint flow is still minimal. Fraser checks under the bonnet.
Whoa! Red flag!
The clan have called a timeout and the clock stops for 5 minutes. They can now make essential repairs to their leaky power steering pump, which is feeding the paint supply. Luckily, a spot of gaffer tape is all that's required.
Man. Oh, my one. Do the other one. We'll do the other one.
While the Cyborgs desperately try to reconnect their explosive hydraulic system, the Crash Bang clan's steady roller approach is paying dividends. They've also moved on to their end wall.
Are we happy with that, boys? Are we happy?
Hold on.
Robert to Lisa, the clan, they've really got the hang of this very long arm painting system. They're covering large square meterage with a sort of lovely stippled effect. The house looks very attractive now. I think it's increased the value of the property no end.
Down.
The Cyborgs are now using their boom arm to aid in their single jet of paint. But without proper controls, they're going to need a lot of masking tape.
Run down the wall. Down.
OK, teams, your painting time is up. Return to the finish line on the sound of the horn.
Mine slowly does it. Whoa!
Well, teams, we had a feeling this week we might be setting a rather difficult challenge. And I think it's fair to say this feeling was borne out by what happened in the test. As for the winners, well, after the flagrant bending, nay, completely ripping up of the rules by one team, there is only one winner.
The winners of the decoration dash today are, without question, the Crash Bang clan!
Yes!
Now that was very good spraying, good quality spraying there.
And if that stirred your pot, then join us again next week when 2 more teams will throw themselves into whatever we throw at them. And let me assure you, it's not going to be a day at the beach. See you then.
That's right, race fans. A team of motorbike enthusiasts from Blackpool take on a Bridgewater trio who are crazy about camper vans in a dune-bashing bonanza.
Robert Llewellyn celebrates 10 years of backyard bodging in Scrapheap Challenge. Go to digital text page 414 and stay with us for Channel 4 News. That's next.